Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River. From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 54. You ain't got nothing.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Garoppolo throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Here we go. 180. What? 21. Here we go. 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Come on, set, 8, read. Set 56. Watch the pass. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, exit. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All day, every day.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
18 Gator. 56. You got nothing to run. What? 5.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, here we go. Hey, Haywood.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Step.
Now it's Mixon running right. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Big stop. Let's go. Hey, Zoo. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that Johnny G. Don't let him breathe, defense.
56 from the go.
Out of the gun now on third down. Airing one out for Boyd. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
Right there.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
It's caught by Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You get blocked, me.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go. You better be afraid of me.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11. Hey, wahoo! 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one goes for 24 yards. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. Because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appered to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Here's 2nd and 8. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
56. Look at me. Go up now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
65.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
21. Hey, team 6.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
13.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. On first down, it's Coleman. He'll have another first down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
I'm coming. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I don't even know why this team showed up.
54.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo.
Here we go, Keith. All day, defense.
And up the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Look at me, zipper.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now back to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Right there. 54, right there.
Back to throw here. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They run for it with Mixon, and he's going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, Ward. 56. Mike's 56.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
They'll set up the throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Niners 24, Bengals 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for San Francisco, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home.